Ho, 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 ho. That's right. We're live. I can hear it in the phone here, too. What's up, everybody? That's right. It's another ludicrous, happy, fun time here at the Music is Therapy Laz channel. That's right. We are giving away stuff. Some more stuff. That's right. Fun stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, just so you all know, this is day number 2 of the 12 Days of Rockmas. That's right. Yeah, and I think this is like the 5th year I'm doing this, maybe the 4th or 5th or something like that. I think I started this back at least 4 years ago, if not 5. Might have even been maybe before the big C thing happened, but I remember doing one out in the living room, and I think it was around that time. I even had the Santa Claus strap that I gave to Ryan. I think Ryan Hall, if you're in the chat, let's see who's in the chat first off. We've got 9 people in there, I think, so far. Right? How many people are in there? What does YouTube say? YouTube says I've already got 5 likes, 13 watching. That's not bad. Let's get the numbers up a little bit. You know, we've got to message people in Europe. Let's hold on. Let me send a message to my friend Martin. Hey, I'm live. I'm live doing a giveaway for Rockmas. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. I should have done it in the group chat that we have there. Let me copy paste this. Here we go. So this is something I do every year. I think the best gift in life is the gift of giving of yourself, giving of love, right? The love of music, the love of rock and roll. Look at these 2 little things. I mean, if it was far away, you'd be like, oh, those are some cool hits, but they're actually this tiny. But they're not tiny in sound. I've got it plugged in. Oh, check this out. Oh, it's got a light. It's on. That's right. So we're going to have that going through that Santana first year model SE guitar that PRS ever made was the Santana model. And this guitar doesn't even say PRS on it. It says Santana on it, on the headstock. I'll show you guys in detail when we're going to play that because I want to give a chance for people to roll into the show. So let me see if I can copy this. I'm going to, how do I, okay, copy. There we go. I'm going to send it to the group chat that we have, Guitar Nerds group. That's what we call it. Well, they started it. You know what's funny is Martin and Lucas. Martin told me because he won one of these giveaways. He won, I think it was one of the TC Electronic pedals, or was it a Joyo pedal, or it was one of those. No, oh no, it was one of those. Oh my God, the Behringer pedals when they were blowing them out for $20 a pop, and I sent it to him in Austria, and he got it, and he wanted me to sign it and everything, so I signed it for him. So cool. And then he said that I influenced him to do a channel with his buddy, you know, Lucas, because why not? This is why they call it YouTube. It's all about you guys out there. It's not just professional podcasters. You know, I know there's a lot of people out there. It's a job, right? But some of us do this for the love of music. And we don't have to explain ourselves to anyone, right? Why we're doing it. It's madness, all of this. You know, like, look at this room. This place, it's madness, but it's a good madness. It's the kind of madness that actually keeps us from going completely you know what, mad. In the world, as crazy as it is, this is about, you know, being normal in a way, because our connection that we have through music. That's why I called this channel Music Therapy Laz. I went back to school in my 40s, and I was at a turning point in my career life again, where everything I was doing, the times changed. Like right now, AI is starting to change the times for people, and people are losing their jobs. I just heard from another friend, she got laid off from her job, which I don't think has much to do with AI, but maybe it does. You know, there's so many things that these AI agents can do for you that you might not need, like your typical office worker or whatever that does stuff. And maybe they're going to miss those people because, you know, those people have connections. They have relationships with people. And that is still going to be very important going forward. I'm glad that I have multiple skills that I can keep myself busy and working and paying the bills and buying stuff like these little $100, $99 amps, you know, just for fun. And these will probably be a future giveaway. Just so you know, everything that I put into this channel, into this studio, I'm doing for the love of music and for you guys. And I want to be at the point someday where I can actually give away things like this, even if it's not given to me by a company. Like some people have their stuff, like Johnny gets some stuff he gets from companies, and then he does a video about it, and then he gives it away. Henning does that. A lot of people do, they sell the stuff too because they got to eat, and the bottom line is, I'm hoping that in the future, as this channel grows, I'm able to not just do giveaways like these strings and stuff, and guitar hangers and stuff, because I got these at a discount. So I was looking for those Black Friday discounts so I can give away some cool stuff. So these string swing guitar hangers are great. These are what I use on my custom built acoustic treatments that are guitar hangers in one. I call them my Sound Trap guitar hangers. It is a product. I've got it trademarked. I've got it, there's no patentability for something like that, to be honest with you, but I've already looked into it. But I did create a version of it that is boxable into a smaller box. I came up with a way to do it. So I'm going to patent that, and I'm going to probably bring that to market because it's different than just wrapping fabric over, soundboard. And the way I created this hanger, the way the system's put together to hang your guitars on it, it's very stable. So it's unique, in a sense. So I might be able to patent the idea, but it costs a lot of money to do that kind of stuff and to get a patent lawyer and all that. And so I haven't put the money into that yet until I know that there's like a little more of a demand out there for it. So if you guys really like those things, and you want to have a studio room like I do, where you have it sound deadened with hangers for your guitars on the wall. I see a lot of other professionals, they have, those more expensive professional soundboards and their walls are sound deadened. But if you're renting an apartment like I am, you can take these anywhere. You can set them up anywhere. You can even put them on a stand. I had them at NAMM at the Valiant booth. Actually, that guitar right there is a Valiant guitar. I had them at the Valiant booth. I had 4 of them. Like 2 facing out, on a swivel stand. And they just wanted some simple black and gold ones, which didn't really catch the eye. I should have said, nah, we got to do something more exciting. So maybe next time around, I'll talk those guys into, let's do something more exciting. But yeah, professionals, right? Well, I'm getting there, Mini Guitar Society. I'm getting there. But, there's podcasters out there that I try to compare or at least look up to, that have some serious, good quality video, audio, and everything. And right now, I don't even have this thing direct hooked in. So that's another thing I keep, I don't have time. I sometimes forget these things that I need to do that are important, like direct go into your computer so you don't have your playback being kind of fuzzy or not even fuzzy, but maybe not totally 1080p like it should be, because now I'm paying for StreamYard again. So thank you, Keith H. First guy who's a subscriber since forever and has been a supporter. Keith H. I always say I'm going to shout out people who support the show. On my description, you can go down all the stuff I'd say, sometimes too much, like when I'm talking. Where's that button? There's a lot of stuff I put in there, but everything I think is kind of important. It's ways to get in touch with me, things that I think that are important about the show. I'm trying to make the about the show thing a little bit shorter. And bottom line is, I used to put a lot of other people's channels that I'd watched over the years. Hey, go check these guys out, So I used to mention Metalhead Hippie, RJ Ronquillo, That Pedal Show, Dan and Mick. We've become friends. I've met them and we've had some really cool conversations. And someday I'm going to make it to one of their experience days, even though I can do the experience day here. As a matter of fact, you guys, great idea, right? Part of the whole idea of the studio is not just to show you guys gear, which I don't do properly yet. And that's part of getting all this set up this December. Is going to be huge because I'm going to roll out the new changes to the show in January. I'm going to start monetizing in January. I may even start monetizing in December, but I think I'm going to start it officially, I think tax-wise, but I don't think it really matters, to be honest. I'm not going to bring in a lot of income in the first rollout week or so. So December 16th, my sweetie's leaving for Peru for 2 weeks. I got 2 weeks of just concentrate on your stuff, Laz, and I'm going to have time to do it. I'm going to put a lot of time into not just having the studios like looking nice, but actually set up, hooked up, running through this patch bay that I got into my SSL 12, and I might even use another. I have another Focusrite over here, a Sapphire Firewire. It's an old gen one, but still I can get additional inputs from that. It's got good preamps. I can use the preamps out of the SSL here. I've got the complete SSL DAW controlling setup here. So I have a serious live and in the box recording studio set up here. I'm planning to do not just music for myself and my own music, but friends of mine, and also produce music for anyone else who might want to come out to my studio here and do some music. And then we'll do videos about that, and we'll talk about how to get into music in today's age with AI and with all these other tools that we can use for ourselves. I use AI here and there. I ask Gemini or AI on Google questions, but a lot of times it's not accurate because it's just drawing from our data out there, and our data out there is kind of, little little not accurate either. And a lot of people are sometimes putting false information out there. I don't know why, but I guess purposefully, just to throw a monkey in the wrench of life. It's strange, how things are going right now. But the bottom line is that until AI completely dominates the world and takes us over, we might as well have some fun. Toga, that's what I say. Let's have a good time while we can until the what storm happens here. And that's what I'm going to be about here. Not to mention that one of the number one jobs that they're talking about, by the way, for the future that AI will not be able to do, it just won't, because people won't trust it, because people are humans. And even though people have a hard time trusting each other too, just ask Johnny. The bottom line is that we're going to need a lot of therapy people out there, a lot of people working the therapist and the therapy industry, if you want to call it that, if you want to call it that work, which is typically volunteer for the most part. A lot of people volunteer at old folks' homes and Veterans Administration Hospital over here. There's one in Livermore. There's going to be a lot of mayhem and a lot of crap going on that we're going to have to try to fix. And people like me, yeah, right, not Skynet, dude, it's already there. The bottom line, just wait 1 or 2 years. If you're not following some of the AI stuff in the next couple of years, you're going to be shocked at what the world is turning into with robotics and everything. I think he's on track to make 100 robots a day. Just count that over minimum, and then the robots will be able to make the robots, so they won't even need people to make stuff. So all this talk about factories here in America again, yeah, right. Maybe we'll be oiling the robots. Nah, they won't even need that. Bottom line is that it's gonna change, you guys. So you got to find ways to make a buck. I'm gonna give some advice to some friends of mine from what I've learned, which is you gotta wear many hats. You've got to be willing to take risks. You got to be, able to lean on some of your skills. Write your skills down. Make a note of what am I good at? What am I good at? Okay. And see if that is something that's translatable to this future that's coming. Because if you don't, and if you're just going to be one of those people that woes me and complains about it, then you're really not going to get anywhere, and other people are going to leave you in the dust. And we could see what's happened to a lot of people that were in cushy government jobs and whatnot, that maybe they deserved it. They were veterans that fought in wars. Veterans were laid off for some of these jobs. So I'm not going to get political about this. I'm just stating the facts. People were laid off. People have lost jobs. And some of those were veterans. A lot of homeless people are veterans, and other people that were left behind because they're not, functioning, efficiently. So bottom line is that humans are not an efficient machine, but we will need each other to get through all this, right? And so that's what I'm here for. I'm going to help us get through it with music and love and giveaways and candy canes and all that stuff. So call me Santa Laz, whatever you want to call me. I got Fernando there with the big bow. But I will be giving away things like these, and that's why I've bought, some of these things. I even have an extra Randy Rhoads pedal, and I'm not saying I'm giving that thing away tomorrow because it's his birthday tomorrow. But the thought occurred, if this channel was big enough where I had enough subscribers and say channel members, which I'm going to also launch, like getting the channel back, monetizing. And I might do that sooner than later. I might do that even this next week or so when I have a chance. Getting this stuff monetized and whatnot will put it out because the algorithm is going to put it out. If they're not making money off me because I'm not doing ads, guess what? I'm not getting spread around and my channel's not growing. So I can't do it the way that Metalhead Hippie did it, which is just PayPal me and we'll have our community. And that was great, but you're not going to grow enough, I think, that way, right? So let's read the chat and say hi to people. We got 16 people in here. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'm going to check on you guys. Let me see how many likes I got. All right, we got 13 likes and 16 people, it says, or 18 people. Very cool. Right on. You guys rock. So did I even like myself? There we go. All right, I liked myself. But we do. Oh, look at that. Ian's saying Laz. Right on. Dr. Kramer is also saying Laz. I like it when we do these letter things, because it's engagement. Some people don't get that. Anyway, it is what it is. So Peggy, do me a favor, sweetie. Send me an email and tell me what is it that you guys recall winning. I think it's an Aussie Funko Pop, right? But was there anything else I was going to throw in with that? And then now you're also getting the Last Days Freely. There it goes. Bye-bye. The Last Days Freely is going to James. You want me to send it to your address that I have on file? Is that both you guys are together, or what's the deal there? This is a cool one. Now, there's actually 2 of these. If you look online, there's 2 of these, and I have the other one. I think it's number 120 something or another, but there is a different one than this. And then I also have the colored version, which is like from the I guess they call them the solo albums, but they were still Kiss, but it was their solo thing. By the way, if anyone's in the chat and wants to join me, let me know. Let's see. Did I do that? Yeah. Let me make sure I did this properly. I want to make sure they got that message to that group. Holy moly, what happened? Oh, Guitar Nerds. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, he's in a D&D session, says Martin. Would love to join and win. I'm gonna ask him. Hold on a second. Where's the microphone thing on here? Oh yeah. Will you be able to win anything in that D&D session? Because today you could. Question mark. LOL. Anyway, I'm gonna do some more of these during the daytime, so let me know if there's one of the days you can jump in. Exclamation point. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna do it earlier, like 9 a.m. Because we got stuff to do tomorrow, so I got to do it early tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow evening, which is possible. But it's also my sweetie and I's anniversary. So 15 years, y'all. Can you believe that? I can't. I put her through so much stuff she's had to deal with me. Anyway, but thank goodness. Thank you, my love, for sticking it out with me with all my craziness. By the way, I'm drinking from my Hungarian cup here from Magyarország. That's from Budapest there. That's what it looks like when you go there. That's the Lánchíd, or the chain bridge, and there's a parliament building. I want to spill this over my laptop. There you go. Very cool. And there's a hussar on his horse. Hungarians are definitely horsemen. Oh, come on. Hunters and horsemen. Okay, get away from my face. There you go. There it is. There's the horseman right there. Very cool. So we do have another, what's called the HHF, the Hungarian Heritage Festival, here in the Bay Area in May. First Saturday of May. Or is it second Saturday of May? So that's going to be awesome. I always help out with sound and whatever else they need me there. Our whole family is totally involved in it. The people that mainly run that thing are family members. So that's really cool. I'm proud of that. All right, so let's get to the chat. Let's say hi to everyone. We got 16 people in here. I think we're going to max out at around that number. So Ian, first one in, right? Then we had Dr. Kramer. We got Peggy. Peggy's in the chat. Hey, Peggy, how you doing? And then we have Billy Ray. And then we have who else? Peggy and Billy Ray. They're all talking blah 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 blah. Puppy badass. Yeah, I'm gonna call Puppy badass. Yeah, I'm glad that you can make it, man. They do their show right before mine. I think Charles used to do his show. As a matter of fact, Charles asked me to switch from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., which I obliged. Why not? Gives me a little more time to have breakfast in the morning. And then my show just about ends when Pete Thorne comes on, usually in the afternoons. But now he depends on where he's at. I think he's still in Japan right now, isn't he? Anyway, super cool dude. I love that guy, man. Such a cool dude. Met him at my first NAMM, had a conversation with him because both of us have strabismus. See my left eye? He has it in his right eye. So strabismus is a problem with the eye. I didn't have it. It wasn't a defect. I found out many years later that was because they oxygenated me with a big man-sized mask in 1966 when I was born. And I found out through the Dr. Dean Adele show. If you guys ever heard of the syndicated show, the Dr. Dean Adele show. He used to be an eye surgeon, so he knows about eyes and this stuff. And they found out there was a lot of babies, in that era, having, strabismus or the cross-eyedness, and they were trying to figure out what was causing it. And they figured it out. It was 100% pure oxygen they were masking over a baby's face, and the mask is so freaking big, the oxygen was going into their eyes and burning their eye muscle tissue. And I had a doctor when I was 13. We moved up to Colorado from California, up to the hills of Evergreen, and I went to an eye doctor to get some new glasses, and he said, "Oh my God, what's going on with your eye? Can I take pictures? I've never seen anything like this." And it turned out to be that the muscle tissue in the back of my eye looked like it was burnt. And he's like, "How can this muscle tissue be burnt? I thought you just had an eye defect." And he's like, "It looks burnt, So he showed me pictures of it. Then, like a decade later, or maybe a little bit less, I'm working at my Uncle Joe's door shop, listening to the radio because it's a boring job, inside of a shop. And I love Dr. Dean Adele's show. And he was talking about strabismus being caused by oxygenation when you're a baby. And I kept asking my mom, do you remember? No. I finally really grilled her. I'm like, "Mom, I need to know. Can you tell me, did they oxygenate me at birth? Did they put a gas mask on me?" She's like, "Oh, that's right. You didn't breathe right away. You didn't cry. So, they smack your butt or whatever. And the baby cried. I didn't cry right away or breathe right away, which isn't not uncommon thing, And so they oxygenated me." And I'm like, "That's how they did it. Dang it." I finally, put all the pieces together and figured it out. So long story short, Pete Thorne and I share the same eye problem. Oh my God. I know. I go off on tangents. Yeah, man. He was a local guy. He actually went working for his brother as a plumber because he quit, because he didn't want to be part of the system that changed, where insurance companies in that time start taking over running the hospitals and everything. And look what we have now. Uber expensive, healthcare, because we have this third party company man thing making money off of selling what we could just go buy straight from the eye doctor or the doctor, right? But instead we have to buy insurance to do that, and then they get involved in how medicine should be run rather than letting the doctors do their job. And if you've ever been to your doctor, how long do they take time to spend with you? 5 minutes maybe? Guess why? They're stuck in their office doing stupid paperwork all the time. They're not even doing their job. Anyway, so he hated that whole system changing, and he quit because of that. But so thank you, Doc. Right? And we got Dr. Kramer here too. He knows what I'm talking about, right? Dr. Kramer. Thank you. I'm doing the festive thing. So red, white, and blue and green for Christmas. I even got the Christmas shoes on. Check it out. That's right. I'm going barefooted because I'm at home all day. So my Christmas Vans. So there we go. All right. So are you guys ready to do this? Should we first play through that thing? Let's do that first. We're going to do that first. Now, I have to hook up a cabinet to that, don't I? Dang. All right. Hold on. I'll do that real quick. See, now, if there's somebody else here, they could jump in and like take part. Hey, my sister Monica's there. What's up, Monica? All right, let's see. Yeah, there's that one. I could do this one. All right, here we go. Nice big fat cable here. Let's see. We gotta go out. Speaker out. What does it say here about what to do and what not to do? The device complies with blah 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 blah. We might want to read exactly. Might want to read exactly what it says here. Sorry. Okay, quick quick guide here, user's guide. Set the power switch to off. Okay, we're doing that. Let's move all the candy canes. Connect the speaker cabinet to the speaker out of the back. Total speaker out impedance must be 8 to 16 ohms, not lower. The power rating of the speaker cabinet must be higher than the milliamp power rating of 30 watts. Okay. Connect the included power to supply. Turn the mask around. Okay, no problem. Let's do it. That we can do. We can indeed. Gotta move these things so I can get in there. Hopefully I can see what I'm doing. Oh my God. There we go. There we go. All right. I think we got it going on. Now let's see if that worked. Let's see if we've got some power. Too many things in this place. All right, we got the volumes all the way down, so turn up the volume. Oh, there we go. So we're gonna put everything at noon. Wow, it's feeding back. It's playing itself. Check it out. You don't have to play the guitar; it just plays itself. All right, we're gonna turn the volume down because obviously it's a 30 watt amp. All right. So gotta find a pick here. All right. So there's the Santana guitar. This is Santana. It doesn't say PRS anywhere. Well, it says SE, Santana SE, but it doesn't say PRS anywhere. It's kind of cool in a way. Maybe on the back it says so. It says built by World Musical Instruments Company Limited in Korea under exclusive license for PRS guitars, and it has a number. There you go. So this is not like some of the other SEs that are a bolt-on. This is an actual set neck. Yeah. Okay, more volume, right? What's this? This is the gain. Let's give it some gain. All right, I'm gonna have to adjust the volume thing. I'm gonna have to adjust the volume thing. So we have to take off the what do they call it here? The echo cancellation. Okay, it's going off. All right. Tell me how it sounds. to see what you guys had to say and read what you guys wrote. Kind of the same thing, I know. Turn back on the echo cancellation. See, now they just need a one solution for this. Why don't they have these simple buttons right here? Come on, StreamYard. Do the things we need. Do what we need. Put a button right there on the screen so I can just touch screen, boom, switch off echo cancellation, switch on this, switch on, mute right there. So I don't have to go into a menu to do all that stuff. That's what I don't like. I mean, they kind of have. I just muted myself. I can do that. But I can't do like echo cancellation with a button thing. Put more buttons. Yeah, they need to listen to me. All right, so. Oh, what? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. The microphone. Okay, I don't need to explain all this to you guys, but everything I've been saying up to now, the microphone's been capturing as a on my phone as a message to send to Martin. That's hilarious. All right. Oh my God. All right. It's got this long draft that's like 1,000,000 miles long. All right, I'm just gonna exit that app and that'll disappear that, right? All right, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. There we go. So Alex Radford says, there we go. And now we can hear you play it again. And we can't hear anything, says Alex. LOL, he needs to turn up the sound. Okay. He's not checking the chat all day and all of the night, right? Laz, you need to turn up more gain on the mixer. Yeah. Let's see what else. It's not that loud, I think. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, because this was just like first impressions kind of thing. And in the room, it sounded great. I didn't want to go long on the show. So what I'm going to do is just do the giveaway. So let's bring that up. So everyone that's in the chat right now, let's see, where is that? StreamYard giveaway tool. I got to search again for it. StreamYard giveaway tool. I just put the letter S in, and that's the first thing that pops up. See, they should have a button for that. StreamYard, put a button right on your thing for your giveaway tool. Just make it easy for us, man. It has to be, everything has to be an extra step and an extra step and another step. Do the things that really matter. All right. I'm going to start collecting. We've already got 16 entries. Look at that. 16 entries because there's 16 people here. How about that? So far, I got 2 likes from Facebook. Look at that. Monica and Johnny Bean. Thank you, my sister Monica. Yeah, you rock. You rock. Can't hear it now. Okay, rock. You like a candy cane. That's good. Rock, you like a candy cane. That would be funny to do like a spoof version of that, right? Do like Christmas hair metal 80s Christmas songs, like just candy cane them out, like Santa Laz them. Lazify them. That's my friend Dan's wife said, you got to come over and hang out with Dan and lazify him a little bit because he needs a little, yeah, we need a little bit more Monica. Absolutely, man. She's a rockin' chick, man. All right, you guys, she's got a band, by the way, called Then Die. Go check them out on Facebook and Spotify and wherever. You guys have an album coming out, right, Moni? Yeah. Are you off work today? Did they lay you off? Did you get replaced by AI? You got to come do this with me. I'm going to start monetizing. We make money doing this, right? Yeah, when you hit echo cancellation, got to bump up the gain. Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, I don't do it in there. Yeah, it's totally worth $99, dude. This thing's insane. It's going through some vintage, it sounded great. What I want to do, maybe on Thursday, what I'll do for my gear and demo show is I'll do a head-to-head comparison to like the EVH 5150, right, to the JTM Marshall, the 45-watt Marshall I have over there with the slant 4x silverback cab. That thing is heavy. And then we can also put it through like IRs. Even we can go through the IRX and compare it to that. So there'll be a lot of like fun comparison things we can do. And then we got the diesel that's right below it here, which we can then. Is it diesel or diesel? I think it's diesel. I don't know. Thanks, Lewis. You rock, dude. So you guys all ready? There's 21 people in the chat. Let's see how many. Let's bring this into, what do they call it? Into the share the screen. There you go. See, this too should be a simple 1-button thing. Is it yet? Do they have a 1-button push for that? I think this is it, right? Is that it? No. See, Why not make that just a simple one button thing? You've got your screen ready to go and you just hit the button. Why make it so difficult? I don't know. Anyway, that's my opinion. So there it is. So let me go back to this, because that's why I have a touch screen, split view. Okay, there we go. Oops. Started already. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Puppy badass, dude. You won. I can't believe it. That's so awesome. We were just talking about they're going to have me on their show. I'm going to call him after I'm done with this show, and we're going to set that up. I'm probably going to have to do it after the 16th when my sweetie's gone. So let's think about doing it the Sunday after that, right? So what's that going to be? The Sunday of the 19th, right? I'm going to put a Puppy Badass show. Puppy, I love that name of your channel. It's just so punk rock, man. Puppy Badass show, 9 a.m., right? My time. Your time, it's like what? Noon, right? Or are you in Midwest or East Coast? I think East Coast, you said, right? So, but are you like brothers with Charles or something? I don't know. There seems to be kind of a resemblance, if that's you. And I think you were talking about who was it that was doing your doing the picture there with the motorcycle recently? I think that was somebody that I know. What's his name? Hugh and I were fighting on Facebook, but it's all good, dude. He was telling me to leave America and stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm a Californian, man. I'm not leaving. But I think sometimes the political stuff can get a little heated. I kept saying, look, bottom line is we're all Americans, man, and we all got to live with each other and try to make do. If we can't, as a nation, what's the rest of the world going to be like? It's going to really suck. So let's start to look at the brass tacks of what really matters and work on solving problems rather than bitching to each other about stuff. That's what I say anyway. Yeah, he's in Connecticut, and yes, he's Charles's brother. Okay, Connecticut. How do you say that properly? Is it Connecticut or is it Connecticut? It's like connect. Remember that? Like it's kind of like a ripoff of Legos. Connect. It was like well, not really, because they were like magnet kind of things that you build stuff with, right? So it actually wasn't Ed. We had this talk on Ben's live hang. Yeah, right. Yeah, Ben's cool, man. He was one of the first guys at NAMM. Let me pull this out of here now. He was one of the you know what? Let me just take a picture. So I'm not going to forget. I remember. Ben was one of the first guys at NAMM that kind of corralled me in. I went to the Johnny Bean Roundtable at what was that place called? Gazzari's or some kind of a pizza place at NAMM in Anaheim, at the Johnny Bean John Mancuda Roundtable, and I met like a lot of cool people there and made friends with several of them, including JJ House of Jams. Dude, I messaged you, man. We're going to be down in LA, not necessarily down in your area, but we'll come down to visit if you're up for it, bro, because I haven't seen you in a while, man. And I'm sure there's a lot of stuff going on right now, but friends to be friends, right? I'm hoping things are all right, going okay, but yeah, I haven't heard anything back, so I'm assuming probably things might be rough or just super busy, because he's got stuff going on with his band too, which is really amazing, you guys. If you haven't seen Star Zero, they've got a really cool kind of what they call new grunge. Cool stuff. $1 million. What's $1 million? Oh yeah, what was the giveaway prize? Okay, that you get to have a choice. So Puppy Badass, are you still here? This is why you got to be part of the chat to win. I can't wait to get the guitar, my brother Charles. Okay. Oh yeah, right, man. That is so cool. That's something that we were talking about years ago. I wanted to do something, using a Hungarian kickfestés fabric, which my mom used for a client, and I told her, Mom, that's the stuff I bought for Hannah. Anyway, so you can't even get that stuff anymore, and it's like an old way of colorizing fabrics that they used to do back in the day, using these roller pins to make the print on it. Anyway, they're made of wood with nails. It's just so hard to explain. Really, really cool, old school kind of artisan kind of thing. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Yeah, Puppy Badass. You get a choice. So you get either you can get a pack of like strings like these or D'Addario 10 to 56s or 52s. I think they're 10 to 52s. These are 9 to 46s, the hybrid type that I like, a little heavier on the bottom. I also have 9 to 42s in the same, the pink slinkies, right? The Ernie Ball slinkies. Or if you don't want that, you can choose one of these string swing guitar hangers. These are super cool. Hang your guitar. And then there's also, you're going to get swag. You're going to get like Sweetwater candy swag, maybe a candy cane, maybe some cool picks. I've got some picks like these attack picks. I've got like where are they? I got some Van Halen. If you like Van Halen, some Van Halen picks, right? I've got some swag from Nam, Sweetwater stickers because I keep buying stuff from them, and some other Nam swag. I got Nam swag, so I've got, and I make you a custom card. Oh yeah, and the other thing you can win too is one of these. What's left is in the Funko Pop. In the Funko Pops, what's left is either a slash, the cigarette slash, or the dead slash, the skeleton slash. One of those two, because the Ace Frehley, the last one, is going to James Zakadakadudi, Zabazabaduba. I can't say your name, and I make fun of things because I have a bad name too, and people made fun of me. So there you go. So you get like some swag and some stuff, but you can, and then the other choice is a Chuyo. I've got two of these left. Either this black one that goes to gray. It says Arequipa, Peru, which is a beautiful mountainous region of the Andes of Peru. And these are made of alpaca and llama kind of fur. They're very, very soft, very, very warm. This one's got the dingleberries on the bottom, and then you can cut those off if you don't want them. And then you got another, just says Peru on it, and it's gray, and then a darker gray on the other side with no, like, just some little alpacas on there. So these are really nice wintertime. You can tell I'm wearing one in California. They keep your ears and your head warm, and they're cool. So what do you want? Which one do you want, man? No, I haven't sent your hat. I have those ones put away, so don't worry. I'm not going to give away your hat, but yeah, I still have those to pack up, dude. So I got to send you won something a little while back, right? So one of the packages that I'm staying home to do today. So that's what I'm going to be doing, packaging all these things. So Puppy Badass, what do you want? Yeah, they're really warm, but they breathe well too. So they're not like sometimes baseball hats and other things. They don't let your head breathe and you get more sweaty in them, but they do keep you warm. They're really nice to have. So yeah, man, I got to look at my list from emails from you guys or whatnot. Just maybe email me and remind me again if you don't mind. It helps me, but I can look for it. So I'll look for the email. Monica says world. I think that's world, right? That's a world. I don't know what that is. Looks like a world emoji. Yeah. Upbeat bass guitar. It actually wasn't Edwin. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So Puppy Badass. If you're still in the chat, this is what you need to do. You need to send me an email and tell me where you're at. So this is my email. It's in the description, but just in case. Oh, why is this thing popping up over here? Keep going away. Advertisements popping up on my screen. It's like, what the? Okay, music therapy Laz at gmail.com. There you go. Send me a message there in my email. There you go. Oh, look at that. Facebook's popping up again. Yeah, because we got Roxy in the corner. You guys see Roxy up in the right side corner. By the way, yesterday I was saying that Roxy's sitting on top of the LP. That's because in my view, I'm looking at the screen flipped. So that when I point at things, I'm pointing the right direction, right? But to you, it's actually the other way around. Roxy's on the other corner, which doesn't make sense. Does it? Doesn't make sense. Roxy's in the corner where there's the curtains, right? Anyway, it is what it is. Because to me right now, Vox is backwards, but you guys are seeing it correctly. It's like just altered realities, right? Anyway, so that's the show, you guys. Send me a message. James says just watching is a gift in itself. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are so nice. I even made you put up with my guitar playing, but this is my PRS Santana model. It's got those cool inlays. That's what caught my eye from afar. And I'm like, is that a PRS? And then I see it says Santana on it. And I'm like, is that like one of the early ones? And I looked it up online real quick, and I checked the serial number and all. It is a first-year model Santana. I like getting the first-year models if I can, because it just kind of makes it special. Like, oh, it's a first-year model one. It's got a great sounding set of pickups in it. Let me play it a little bit again. You guys can't hear it, but I have the gain cranked. I scooped the mids on that one too that time. Let's see, that's the neck. Anyway, you guys probably can't hear that because it's obviously not loud enough, right? So Santana, yeah, it's a Santana model. I was just trying to find the right notes. I don't even remember last time I tried to play that, and it's probably in the wrong key and everything, but that's what music is. You just play what comes to your mind and have fun with it. Oh, you can hear it now. Okay, interesting. Maybe because I don't have the echo cancellation off, but then it was probably drowning in its own waters there. Right on. So until tomorrow, you guys. Tomorrow, I'm not sure when I'm going to do my show for the third day of ROCKMAS. I think it's going to either be first thing in the morning, like 9 a.m., and it's going to be really short, or it might be in the evening, like later. I think it's going to probably be later. Is that going to work better for you guys? I think it's going to have to be later in the evening. So please send me a message. I'll talk to you on the phone. I'm going to call you next anyway. And send me your email, your address mail, your mail address place, the home where you want it sent. and there will be some really remarkable changes going on in the studio here very soon. I'm going to be monetizing. I'm going to get merch. I'm going to do Patreon. I'm going to do all that stuff. I'm going to make it fun so you guys can be more part of it. I'm going to, obviously, monetizing will bring more eyes on the channel because it's going to be advertising for YouTube, and they'll put me out there more, I hope. I'm going to be doing more shorts. I'm going to do more music, more playing in here, more actual demoing, and properly so you can hear it right. So it sounds cool. It sounds good, And then, email sent and send me a link and I will come on. All right. Yeah. Oh, not right now. I'm ending the show, but maybe next time. Until then, you guys, thank you very much for joining the show, and rock on. Merry ROCKMAS.